Have you ever felt that there's more to life than this job title thing and the bank account? If you're a successful man and you're feeling stuck, it's because you've missed a critical step, finding your purpose. I'm Loren Crawford, and today I'm going to be helping you uncover why purpose is the key to lasting fulfillment. So let's dive in. We have a lot of programming that goes on in our lives. And that sounds kind of harsh, but it's true. Most of us spend our lives following scripts that we didn't have any hand in creating. Think of your childhood. You were programmed from the families that you lived in, all of their values, everything that they believe in, all of those routines, that gets programmed into us, right? And then we head off to school. School does the same thing. There's a curriculum that's set out in a specific way to teach us specific ways of being. If you're from a religious family, then you go to church and there's certain dogmatic principles that you adhere to. That informs how we approach things, how we believe and think and be. Then there's the media, and entertainment media fosters a bunch of different ideas about what to value, what to believe in. And then there's the news media, which has a whole other realm that is fear-based and teaches us that the world is chaotic and that we live in a place of crisis. So all of these things are programming us to believe and be certain ways, right? We're also taught that success means, you go to school, you have good grades, you find a secure job, you climb the ladder in that job, and you accumulate wealth. And there's a status that goes along with that too. The home, the cars, the titles, the bank accounts. But then you have to ask, is that really all there is to it? And over the years and decades, this programming shapes us very profoundly, very deeply. It influences our every decision. But many men eventually discover that despite achieving all of these markers of success, something isn't quite right. There's something missing. There's something more essential that's not there. Do you know that 70% of professionals report feeling disengaged at the very least and unfulfilled in most cases despite their career success? And that's a really awful statistic when you think about it. So why do we end up feeling empty in midlife? By midlife, often there's this restlessness and this dissatisfaction that sets in, and we're not really quite sure why. And frankly, it's not because of anything that you've done. You haven't done anything wrong, but it's because there's a deeper part of you. It's this soul craving of yours. It wants you to tap into some deeper meaning. And this isn't just about feeling unhappy either. It's about feeling disconnected from your true self. It's your internal compass signaling that your life, while externally successful, needs to be more aligned with a deeper sense of purpose. And you, on some level, know that too. My own journey, when I went through this sort of identity of crisis, I realized I've got to figure things out and get out of this career that I've been in for 25 years that's really sucked my soul dry. And this is the opportunity that we have. When we're in midlife, there are some conventional means that sometimes men will reach out to address some of their issues and some of their concerns. This dissatisfaction that emerges may see you seeking some therapy, right? Or maybe it's a career coach or some other self-help resources. There's lots of great YouTube folks out there. There's many books that can be really, really helpful to move you through. But while these are helpful to a point, the methods usually run short of tapping into the root issue. Well, therapy can really heal some of the emotional wounds, and I'm all for that. Doing healing work's really, really important. And career coaching, well, that's going to identify some of your strengths and how you can move forward, perhaps into yet a different or another career path that's similar to the one you're on. But neither explore the depths of purpose or the spiritual dimension that's necessary for true fulfillment. So why don't these conventional solutions work long term? Essentially because purpose isn't something that's external. And if you're dealing with the external means, that's not going to necessarily change things. It's an internal and deeply personal journey that you get to go on. So let's look at purpose and try to understand it a little bit more. Purpose isn't, as some might think, having a job that you're happy with, right? It's not about career. It's not about a job. It's even not about your passions, although it could be. It's a deeper truth that's embedded in your very existence. So think of this, you come into this world with your own unique gift, something that only you can bring to humanity. It's actually programmed into your DNA. It's your essence. And our education system, our families, the cultures that we grow up in, they rarely help us to uncover this profound truth that's within. They don't really show us the tools and how to do that. So you have to figure it out. Let's look at a really good example. Steve Jobs was a brilliant man. And we might think that, oh, his purpose was about enhancing technology. But really, his purpose was about revolutionizing how humans communicate. It wasn't about the technology. The technology was the outcome of that grander purpose that he had. So finding your purpose goes beyond just passion. It's about discovering the unique impact that only you can make. There are missteps that we often incur in midlife, and it's the cost of ignoring purpose. Without clarity of purpose, midlife can feel very confusing and lead us into misguided attempts for happiness. You've seen this, and maybe you have even experienced it yourself, buying the fancy sports car. You know, nothing against fancy sports cars, but this is a pattern, right? Changing partners or having an affair with a younger person, leaving the family, disruption, hopping into another job that kind of mirrors the one you were already in and expecting that to create some kind of momentous change. These external changes rarely fulfill that internal longing, that deeper sense of yearning that you're experiencing. And you may have seen some of these midlife mistakes being made by some of your colleagues, right? Or people around you. So we don't want to fall into that trap. What we do want to do is dive into purpose. Ignoring purpose isn't just about missing happiness. It can lead to serious emotional and mental health challenges, even physical health consequences, because if you think about it, this misaligned energy, this misalignment that you're experiencing manifests as stress and anxiety and depression. Midlife is the time when many men experience depression, and sadly, it's the time of the highest suicide rates as well. So this chronic dissatisfaction impacts us on all levels, mental, emotional, spiritual, and even physical. So what could the path forward look like? For me, it's about a holistic approach. It's really important from my point of view that we integrate all of us, this mind, body, spirit complex, so that we can move forward. And it's not about quick fixes. Even though we're a society that's attached to these quick fixes, it's not that. It's a profound inner transformation that we're going for. Together, we explore deep self-inquiry. We shred some of the outdated beliefs and programming and these behaviors that no longer serve you and probably haven't for quite some time. So it isn't surface level coaching. It's a complete recalibration of your life's direction. And in this space of openness and deep exploration, purpose naturally reveals itself. It's not something that you can figure out intellectually. It's not chosen. It's discovered, and it will reveal itself through this rich and beautiful work. So what does life look like after plugging into connecting with your purpose? Well, this is the beautiful part. When you align with true purpose, every aspect of your life transforms necessarily. Decision-making becomes simpler and easier. There's this clarity of mind. You have this overarching North Star that you can gauge your decisions against. Relationships deepen. You're in a deeper place of connectivity with others, and opportunities appear effortlessly. It will feel almost magical in terms of how is this happening? You step into a state of flow where abundance and success come to you naturally without struggle. Your skills and experiences from the previous decades, they're not going to waste. No, instead, you engage those in new and meaningful ventures. And often these ventures are around service to others, and they have a really powerful community impact. That's the beautiful thing about these wisdom years you're coming into. You're going to be doing more that's connected more broadly. It's less about you. So volunteering in ways maybe you haven't in the past, creating programs that are uplifting to different segments in community. There's so many opportunities for you to engage and have an impact. And you probably can't even fully comprehend what those might look like right now. Purpose is the path to fulfillment, and it's the path to your legacy. Discovering your purpose, it's not just personally fulfilling, it impacts everyone around you. This clarity of mind that you have and clarity of purpose, it's going to be inspiring to your family, to your friends, to your colleagues, everyone you work with. You will be inspiring just by way of how you're being. And you'll leave behind a meaningful legacy, knowing that you fully contributed your gifts to the world. And how beautiful is that? So purpose-driven living means embracing continual growth, necessarily. Curiosity and openness are part of this journey. I want you to understand that your best years aren't behind you. They're actually just beginning. We want to break through this notion that middle age is the beginning of the end, that we need to be looking at our retirement savings and this winding down. I profoundly disagree with that. This is the time when we actually need to be stepping up. Humanity needs us. They need our wisdom. Are you ready to step into your true purpose and live that fulfilling life that's meant for you? It's not too late. It's actually the perfect time. So I invite you to book a clarity call with me. And in that time, we'll explore what some of these options might look like. We'll look at some of the things that might be holding you back. And you're going to leave that time together feeling very engaged and very inspired about what can come next. If you've liked this message, don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, and to share with others. There are other people out there who need to be hearing this. So until next time, I invite you to be well. I invite you to live purposefully. We'll see you soon.